Okay, babies. Earl Skakel in the house, leaving my gym, and I hope that you guys can appreciate my gym's artwork. Only at my gym would they have that kind of artwork, if you know what I'm saying. Have a good night. All right. The streets of West Hollywood, the freaks are not out tonight. Sorry, my hand is shaking, but I just did back and buys, baby dolls. Curls for the girls. Whoa. I'll hold it with two hands, see if that helps. I think I'll get a walking stick tomorrow. Or one of those things. I think this is like a dick pill company. Something about erectile dysfunction, which would be, it'd be a good area to have this, that kind of company in. West Hollywood, there are a lot of dicks here. And I'm sure because of all the drug use in the community, Molly, coke, ecstasy, that some guys have trouble getting their pee-pees up. It's all good, no judgment. I always tell girls who call me at 3 a.m., hey, it still works, but it works a lot better at midnight. Hello! Get out of my face. Hey, hit the like button, man. Yeah, I only do about 45 minutes. I'm in and out, lifting heavy, and it's the Mike Mincer. Mike Mincer believed in literally doing one set for every body part. Now, of course, you do one or two warm-ups, but, literally, Mike Mincer believed in maximum intensity. So he would know his bench press limit, and he would do it and then move on to something else. Yeah, I don't know if it works at 7 a.m. anymore. I'd have to add the 34 H's back in the house for that. And no, Michael J. Fox isn't holding the phone. It's just, I lifted heavy. Hit the like button, man. Come on. I know Zoom did, because Zoom's a fucking professional. I mean, for 56, I do pretty well in terms of my internal organs, if you know what I'm saying. Just passing by the bus station. Sunday nights in West Hollywood is actually bumping. I don't know what kind of job you have where you can burn the midnight oil on a Sunday night, but some people got them. I think they're waiting for their assignments, but I don't know the ins and outs of the bus world. You know, we're gonna do a little jaywalking here. If I get hit, Lois gets everything. But I don't think I'm gonna get hit. Here's the great LA Buns, great turkey burger. All right, we're gonna cut through the alley, give you guys a slice of West Hollywood, the dark side of West Hollywood. Ooh, the things I've seen in this alley, unbelievable. I once saw a guy jacking off right there. And he looked at me like I was out of line. He just literally looks at me and goes, "What?" This used to be my dry cleaners. Now it's a fucking wig store. I don't know about that, but, you know, ain't my business. I mean, I've seen, let's just put it this way, a lot of shenanigans in this alley. I've seen a guy taking a shit right there. Just middle of the daytime, just dropping a bomb. And we got some shenanigans going on right now. I mean, literally just two girls urinating right outside of business. There ain't no cute homeless chicks in this neighborhood, brother. All right, let's walk up this way. Got a random shirtless guy. This building, this neighborhood is whack. Mud Sharks Unite, what up? You know, I'm trying to provide you guys with as much content as humanly possible. I'm going to crack the algorithm. Yes, William Zoom is correct. It is a lot harder when you're not a chick with giant tits. But you know what? I'm a fucking soldier. And like Stallone told Donald Sutherland in Lockup, the algorithm ain't gonna break me. My money is in real estate, the stock market, and voiceover acting, baby doll. It certainly ain't in YouTube streams. I'll tell you where it's not. Hello! It's actually Power Town Wrestling. If you message Powerhouse Wrestling, I'm not going to get my money. Or my dolls. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather get my fucking dolls. You've had 5 months to make these fucking things. And now you're telling me you need another 4. And you know, at the end of April, they're gonna hit everyone with a, "Hey man, you know, we've experienced production delays. Not on my watch, baby." All right. We're entering the darkness. Now we're going to try something different here. I'm going to unplug my charger. Hold on, please. Just a second. All right. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna put this over here. See, I care about the fans. All right, that should be a little better. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay. This maybe we can do this. Maybe get the Earlverse. There we go. Oh shit, the chicken man's here. Let me turn the lights off. Now I've got to take my, what up? Let's see here. Yeah. Actually, this ain't working for me. I'll go straight ahead right here. Earl does not have roaches. I don't have roaches, believe me on that one. Yes. Well, I'm doing more YouTube lives. Twinkle Toes, what's crack-a-poppin'? What up, Yabo? I've got to take my vitamins. I do it on camera. I don't hide from you guys. Hey, we got 26 people in here, but only 6 likes. Come on, man. Thank you, Justin. These are Dita eyewear. Thank you very much. What up, pussy lips? Relax, Eddie, or I'll get you kicked out of here quicker than you can say pussy lips. I see we got some trolls in here early. I love it. I don't mind. You trolls ain't breaking me, Holmes. Thoughts on Bitcoin? I mean, you know, there's risk to it, there's reward to it. So, you know, I don't have any money in Bitcoin, but if you talk to certain people, you know, they love Ethereum and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right, Zoom. I mean, I don't like this format because you can't see the Earl sign. I mean, I don't think you want to see half my head in that. But you know, I'm all about trying it. You know, Yabo, you're asking the wrong person. As someone who has no money in Bitcoin, I can't tell you if it's good or bad. Um, Most of my money is in real estate and the stock market. Yeah, I mean, you listen, I know plenty of my friends who are into Bitcoin and you know, other currency like that, but I know a lot of people who went heavy into it, and They had to get a second job. Let me turn off the TV for a second. Time out. No, they are not retired. They have second jobs because I'm not feeling that. I know. Who knows? I mean, this is might be how I do my live streams from now on, which means the Earl sign is useless. Because then I have to go like this, and then I cover up the Earl sign. So, listen, for those of you new to the stream, I'm Earl Skakel, a stand-up comedian. I been on television. I've been on Roast Battle on Comedy Central. I've been on I'm Dying Up Here on Showtime. I was the lead voiceover actor on The Jellies, which was Tyler, the Creator's cartoon. I was the father. I was the only white guy on an all-black show. Well, how much does Cam Soda streaming cost? Oh, Sean, you can do better than that. I mean, really, we got our trolls in here. You can do a lot better than that. You're not funny. Come on now. I mean, man, there are some unfunny trolls in my streams. Last night set an all-time record for bombing on my stream. You have to super chat for a joke. I have to make some money on these streams. Sorry, Justin. I will never ask for money. But, at some point, you guys have to pay for the privilege of me giving you guys a joke. I'm guessing you don't. I don't know what that's in regards to. Hello, Buddha, are you bombing in my stream? Come on now. Tyler, the Creator, is awesome. Hey, I'm a stand-up comic from Los Angeles, California. I own no crypto. Is this like virtual prostitution? Kind of hot. Yes, it is, to be honest with you. Someone asked me to do a joke, and I said, pay me for it. I'll answer a lot of free questions, but, you got to pay. Like I don't go into a sandwich shop and go, make me a sandwich. What up? When will we see you on Netflix with your special? I mean, sooner than later, but that's not really up to me, Justin, to be honest with you. It's, there's a lot of things in the stand-up comedy world that are not in my control. So, I would hope this year. I've been doing comedy for 25 years. I am a paid regular at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. So, what up, rap? So, I'm in a kind of an in-between stage of I'm known, but I'm not known. I mean, I'm sure most of the stream, most of the 52 people in here don't know who I am. And I'm curious to know what brought you into my stream. Yes, I am Illuminati, absolutely. Saw you at the Comedy Store last week. You rocked. Oh, thank you very much. I was usually close out the show on Saturday nights. And, I get a few spots, on Thursday nights, Wednesday nights, whatever. It's random. I do have a good radio voice, which is why Tyler, the Creator, picked me to be the father on his cartoon and to be the only white guy on an all-black cartoon. That's pretty freaking cool. You can ask a question. All Dabbleverse questions require super chats for an answer. Anyone requesting a joke, it's a super chat, Can we? That's $100 if you want to see my feet. Yeah, I mean, what am I? What is this? Online prostitution? But I don't mind it. You guys can say anything you want in here. We don't tolerate the racist stuff, so you will be banned for life out of my streams if you do that stuff. Other than that, we're an open forum, babies. We can talk about comedy, acting, cartoons. I'm a big wrestling fan, so we can talk about pro wrestling. Here is my favorite wrestler. He debuted 40 years ago. Today, actually, the great Kamala, the Ugandan giant. I was on stage one night at the Comedy Store in the original room. And when you're on stage, if you've not been in the original room, you see the entrance and exit. It's straight ahead, and there's a big light in the hallway. So you see anyone who comes in or out of the room. And, I'm on stage for about 7, 8 minutes, and I'm doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, I see Tarantino walk in, and he's very identifiable. He's kind of a tall, lanky dude, but with a huge head. And my head is big. And I'm saying he has a big head. And I started doing Django Unchained jokes. I mean, I totally had nothing to do with the set I was doing. And no one in the crowd laughed but him. I'm like, hey, everyone, anyone see Django Unchained? I laughed 142 times in that movie because that's how many times I said the dirty word. I don't watch WWE, to be honest with you. I watch AEW. I'm an AEW guy. I mean, I don't know if they were sacrifices, but I believe that CTE had a lot to do with absolutely Benoit and Eddie. People don't understand, and I live a very similar lifestyle as a professional comic. I mean, from the standpoint of the travel, the hours. But they also have to work out constantly. Like I work out like an hour a day, maybe 45 minutes to an hour a day. They have to work out for hours a day, even with, and their travel schedule's insane. Not everyone gets a first, MJF probably gets a first class ticket, but say the tag team, I don't know, the Outrunners, they probably have to drive to gigs. Now it's a little easier. I know Triple Stream, Dr. Nova, I'm not effing around anymore. I do seem to have quite a bit more people when I do it on my phone. So, which is too bad because I love doing it on my iMac. I don't know if AEW is dead. They just, they've got to figure out a way to have better long-term storytelling. I mean, that's their problem is they have like these great debuts like Bobby Lashley, and then, they kind of, not with Bobby Lashley yet, but then they kind of fumble the ball. They bring in Jay White, who's a superstar in Japan. And, they just kind of have fumbled him. They fumbled Wardlow. It'll be interesting to see how they handle Kenny Omega's return. No, I mean, but Dominic, it is from the standpoint of the travel, the hours, the shows you do per week, and then you got to throw in working out on top of that in pro wrestling. Yeah, you're probably right on that rap. I mean, AEW is definitely, I would say, for the marks. Some might even say it's for the super marks, but it's I love it. I much prefer it to WWE. I think they have a much better roster. But I mean, obviously, WWE's been around for 50 years. I'm also including when it was WWF. I mean, AEW is the reality is it's only been around for 5 years, so they're probably a couple years away from figuring it out. But thank you, Kane. Yes, I have been on television before. It's been a second. but I have been on television. I've been on I've been on Netflix, on Rob Schneider's show. I've been on Comedy Central. I've been on Showtime. I've been on HBO Max. I've been on Adult Swim, the Cartoon Network. I mean, I'm certainly not famous, but I've been on TV more than most people. So, um, and what I mean, I've never been on TV as a straight stand-up. I was on Comedy Central, I think 5 nights and 6 days on Roast Battle, which is absolutely not stand-up, but I've been on it. Working with my good friend Jeff Ross. By the way, I just got hit in the head with a brick. So, thank you guys for tuning in. If I was Stuart Smalley, do you think I'd be doing a stream for 30 people on a Sunday night? Come on, man. Have you been on Cinemax? I wish, because I know what that means, roulette. See, I know what you're doing. I do think AEW is like old school wrestling from the standpoint of they give you these super matches, but they, you don't really, like on the last pay-per-view, they gave you Ricochet and Takeshita, but there was no build-up. It was just two great wrestlers. And some argue Ricochet's not even a wrestler. He's just an acrobatics guy. But to me, he's still very fun to watch. So, Pearl, I don't take directions on say this unless you're super chatting me. See, I'm learning from Kevin Brennan. You want me to say something? Pay me, baby. I've done a near half hour. Honda, you gotta, I can't just take requests for free. You got to pay, baby. I've done a half hour stream now, and I'm looking at the super chat totals. 0, you cheap bastards. So hit the like button. If I can get to 40 likes by the 30-minute mark, I'll say what you want me to say. Well, I'm just kind of kidding around, crew. 100% Dominic Sen. Yeah, it's clearly not working. I mean, I've got 19 people in here, and you think, God, what a loser. This guy only has 19 people in his stream. You want to hear the sad part? Usually I have about 10. So I have no goals. What am I, steel toe? I mean, I do think AEW does do pay-per-views good. I liked Full Gear. I mean, personally, there's some things that I would have done differently. And I'm a fan. I'm not just some guy, oh, wrestling sucks. This show sucks. What I would have done differently is I would have cut the Mariah Mina segment. That could have been on Collision or Dynamite. I thought it was a mistake to have MJF and Roderick Strong on a pay-per-view. I mean, because you knew who was going to win. So you kind of just, it's no fun when you know what's going to happen. That could have been on Dynamite. And that was a fairly long match. I think it was about 20 minutes. The Mina Mariah segment was about 10. So if you would have shaved off about 30 minutes from that pay-per-view, it was the perfect length. Now, I'm also including the 0 hour, which was very good. I mean, the Big Boom and QT Marshall match was very good. Yeah, you just can't do You Are a Mark. 100% I am. Absolutely. But I'm a smart Mark. Like, I'm a fan. And I think I know what the fans want. And yes, I do believe Shane McMahon would help AEW. And it would be great publicity. I mean, can you imagine? The son of Vince McMahon is now in charge of AEW. I mean, ultimately, Tony Khan's in charge of AEW, but he would kind of probably cuck, for lack of a better word, to Shane McMahon. Thank you, Rap. I don't know if you're insulting me or trolling me, but frankly, with only 21 people in here, I've got to accept the trolls. You also left out Phil Hartman. Come on down. I do have Lois is not the Maltese, I think. Here's my my departed dog, Annie, the German Shepherd. Look how pretty that dog was. Look at that dog, man. Rest in peace, Annie. Of course, someone took the ashes without my consent, but we don't have to get into that. Zoom knows what I'm talking about. Well, probably both, Rap. I think Vince will start his own wrestling company, but you're going to have trouble getting wrestlers. Oh, I don't mind trolls. I really don't. That dog was the fucking best. Well, thank you. I don't mind if people troll me. I know, isn't that wild? My set last night was very good. It wasn't great. I'm honest Earl, babies. Because I went on last night about 12:50. Now my spot was at originally 12:15. So when I got up, Vince ain't ever walking away. So when I got up, it was like 30, 35 minutes after the time I was supposed to. So the crowd was tired, but I didn't walk very many people. I mean, I did about 40 minutes and pretty much they all stayed. I don't mind good trolling. I mean, I don't like the racist stuff because that just brings everyone down in the stream. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, please. I've been told I look like Johnny Knoxville. Max Headroom. Yeah, he's definitely not walking away. He will die because he's Vince. Like, you're not in the business and that powerful for, really 50 years, and you don't just walk away from that. There's no way that the spotlight could be, outside of wrestling, could be anything like it is in wrestling. He'll never quit. Max Headroom was very popular. If you remember, you have to be a certain age to remember who Max Headroom is. The Dr. Pepper guy. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? That's a David Naughton for you guys and girl in the stream. I mean, let's be honest. There's probably not one girl in this stream. So he did give me the creeps too. But, if I look like him, I look like him. There's not a lot, excuse me, that I can do. By the way, I'm drinking a lean body because I don't want to look like most stand-up comics. Who is the GOAT of LA comedy this decade? I mean, I don't know if you mean like who's the actual, probably Bill Burr. I mean, Rogan's in Austin now, but Burr's based in LA. So I would say Bill Burr is like Bobby Lee. Any show Bobby Lee is on, it sells out. So, I would say those two are definitely the torch carriers of LA comedy. I mean, I would say Brian Holtzman late night, but he's in Austin now, which benefits me because I basically get his Saturday night spot. So yeah, I mean, Bobby Lee, me and Bobby Lee share the same birthday. So we'll go to 40 minutes, guys. So we'll do another 5 minutes. Yo, how much to go bald? You can't afford that, baby. Now, I've been told if you shave your head, it comes back thicker. But, for 56, I got a pretty decent head of hair. So I'm not going to F with the algorithm of my follicles. At the Comedy Store, it really was. Because you had Roast Battle popping off. I don't know what MB Gang stands for. And then you had, Rogan's return. Joey Diaz return, Theo and Sebastian came up a lot more. It was really it was a wild time. I mean, every room was sold out beyond capacity. And Tuesday nights were super fun at Roast Battle, like the first 2 years. Shane Gillis is very cool, and he's a very nice guy. Yeah, I mean Rogan, his podcast. I mean, he's like Wayne Gretzky was in his prime. There's just there's Rogan, and then there's everybody else. So it's a pretty impressive thing what he's done. And listen, his stand up, he sells out arenas, man. He's got to be funny. I mean, you're not unfunny and sell out arenas. I know it's popular to shit on someone who is as big as Joe is. And no, I'm not cucking for Joe to get on the podcast. He's not watching this stream. But Rogan has what we all want. As a comic, you want a loyal fan base. You want to be like the man to your fan base. And he certainly is. I mean, he literally will play the MGM Grand. Like, that's fucking nuts to me. I've never done a gig at Yuck Yucks. Yeah, I mean, Theo Vaughn is huge in both the podcasting and stand-up world. I mean, multiple Netflix specials and, many, many credits. 100% crew. I mean, I can't argue that. So I've never done a gig at Yuck Yucks. I've done House of Comedy in where is it? I've done comic strip in Edmonton. I've done I think the Blackfoot Inn or something in Calgary. I've done a couple theaters with Rob Schneider in Vancouver, and I've done the Just for Laugh festival twice in Montreal. I've been around Canada a fair amount. I've done the Parlor Club, which is in where is that? It's in the really rich part of Washington State. Bellevue, a while, but I think the Parlor Club is out of business. So, well, I mean, if you're going to play Edmonton, you definitely want to play comic strip, over Yuck Yucks. And that's not to put down Yuck Yucks, to be honest with you. It's just, comic strip is the club you want to play on. I would say Yuck Yuck. Comic strip is WWE. Yuck Yucks is AEW, maybe even TNA. For you wrestling freaks in the room, just a couple more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes, and then I am. I don't think he's the GOAT, to be honest with you. I mean, my personal GOATs, in no order, I would say Chappelle, George Carlin, Mitch Hedberg, Stephen Wright, but if you don't like dry, sarcastic, monotone jokes, you're gonna think Stephen Wright sucks. But that's just my personal favorite. I don't find Louis C.K. that funny. I know it's crazy. He's obviously very funny. He's playing arenas too, but he's just not my cup of tea. I don't think Bill Hicks is funny. Yeah, but X Factor's TV time definitely helps. I mean, my friend Taylor Williamson, I think he finished second on America's Got Talent. I had to follow Dave Chappelle one night at the Comedy Store. I literally felt like the Chinese guy following the black guy in a gangbang. Hello! But I did all right, because I have the best opening line. When you're following someone of like Chappelle, my opening line was what I just said to you guys. Because when Chappelle shows up to the Comedy Store, the whole room fills up inside of 10 minutes because people start texting their friends, hey, Dave's here, get here. So Dave did about 10 minutes, and he didn't even really bring me up. He was pretty high, and he's like, I think there's somebody next. And I walked out, and the whole crowd's looking at me like, all right, motherfucker, you get one joke. Let's hear it. And I was like, wow, this is an honor to follow the greatest comic, the greatest living comic. I finally feel how the Chinese guy feels following the black guy in a gangbang. And the room erupted. And I didn't walk one fucking person. So that's one of my prouder accomplishments. I mean, Richard Pryor's great. I mean, there's a lot of super, super funny comics. I'm trying to think who else I like. Yeah, I mean, Patrice O'Neill, rest in peace. And Norm Macdonald, one of the goats. So thank you, Krispy Kreme. I mean, I'm still fine tuning it. You know, after 25 years of comedy, you're still fine tuning it. But I'm from a school of thought you can always get better. Even someone who's been doing comedy as long as I can, you can always get better. Let's see what the background is like when I crank up the neon. That's a little better. Nah, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Now it's really light. So my house is on fire. Um, so we'll just crank it down a little bit. Just gonna do another minute or so. I'm friends with most every comic. So I mean, of course, you can't be friends with everyone. Like, you know, I've had a falling out with the Leslie Jones. I've had a falling out with Jeff Ross. But outside of that, you know, I'm pretty much friends with everyone. I mean, in the LA comedy world, I'm one of the more popular comics, and not even my comedy necessarily, but like I walk into a room, I pull up to the Comedy Store, people fucking line up to say hello to me. I'm what you call, we'll go to 45 minutes. We'll do another 3 minutes. But I'm what you call a comics comic, which kind of is good and bad. It's good because it means your peers love you. It's bad because, to be honest, means the industry probably hasn't grabbed onto you. Well, I don't know what he was glossed on or not, but we don't really talk about him in here. But I was just bringing his name up in terms of people saying, you know, who aren't you friends with? And it's really only two people. I mean, you know, listen, me and Leslie used to be good comedy acquaintances, but because of one night at Roast Battle, see you, Dominic. You know, we had a little tay-to-tay, which, you know, was back in the Wild West of Roast Battle. And, you know, Roast Battle will always be Brian Moses' show. But in the belly room, that's my room. So she just picked the wrong opponent that night in terms of, you know, she was judging and I was heckling, and, you know, she was never going to get the best of me in that room. Yeah, I mean, I know Adam Egget, his best friend. Bill Burr is chill. One night, a lot of my friends from the LA Kings were there, and I went backstage and said, "Hey, Bill, a couple Kings want to meet you. Is that cool?" And I could tell he was tired, but he invited them backstage, and he literally spent about 5 minutes with each player. Going, "Hey, where are you from?" "Oh, yes, you know, Brantford, Ontario. I just played there." You know, and it was very impressive. He wasn't blowing them off, and it was really impressive to see you know, he could have just blown them off, give them a fist bump, and walked out. But I will always be a Bill Burr fan for that. Periscope Roast Battle was the prime. I absolutely agree with that. I think as soon as Comedy Central got involved, they ruined it. You know, they made it everything that it wasn't. You know, celebrity battles. Well, you know, Ralphie May, Nerd Location. We have our first super chat of the day. Nerd Location, Ralphie May story. Let me see. Well, it's a cool story. One of the, you know, if you've ever been to the Comedy Store, the Andaz Hotel is right next door. It used to be the Riot Hyatt. It's the hotel Led Zeppelin put a fish inside of a woman. And it's now called the Andaz Hotel. And from the lobby of the Andaz to the lobby of the Comedy Store, let's say it's about 50 yards, 50 to 75 yards, somewhere in there. So one of the Shore family, who was elderly, was walking out of the original room hallway, if you're familiar with the Comedy Store layout, and that leads into the parking lot. And They were struggling to walk, and Ralphie, who probably at that time was about 600 fucking pounds, said, "Hey, Skakel, let's help her get to the lobby." So me and Ralphie, arm in arm with this elder member of the Shore family, and it literally took us about 15 minutes to walk them to the elevator, and me and Ralphie another 10 to 15 minutes to walk back. And he was sweating bullets. Like he literally had just run an ultra marathon in Kenya. And I only tell that story because it shows you what a heart Ralphie had. I mean, he had a huge heart, literally. Hello! It's a little joke in there for you. And um, that shows you what a sweet person he was. I mean, to walk that 50 to 75 yards, basically, let's say it's 75 yards, so 150 yards total. Ralphie was in no condition to do that, and he did it because he was loyal to the Shore family, as am I. And that explains Ralphie in a nutshell. Always helping people. And Ralphie said to me when he knew he was dying, he said, "Earl, don't make fun of me." No, he said, "Earl, don't be sad when I die. Make fun of me." And I was like, "Okay." Oh, no alert. Well, we're about to end the stream, baby. I don't know if I believe Robin Williams was sacrificed. I think it's 30 years of drinking and cocaine might have done that. That probably was the most cardio Ralphie got. What up? Oh, shit. Three Plates Tommy, one of the funniest newer comics I know. We're about, we'll go to 50 minutes. So 2 more minutes. So I hope, Nerd, that story was good enough for your super chat. I appreciate it very much. Do the Shores still run the store? Yes, they do. It's run by Peter, Polly, and Scotty, the Shore brothers. And any Alana Glazer stories, I don't know who that is, to be honest with you, Steve. You got 2 more minutes to grift. I really don't grift very much. I've been streaming, I've been monetized for a little under a year. And I would say, crew, the majority of my streams have been done for very little money. So, the other day I was like, you know what? It's a time thing. I've got to at some point figure out a way to make a few bucks on these streams. Unless you want to Instagram Power Town Wrestling to take care of a business. So, all Dabbleverse questions are now super chats only. And if you want me to tell a joke, it's a super chat. I think that's very reasonable. You got it, Tommy 3 Plates. Did you go to Ralphie's funeral? How large was the casket? Ralphie was cremated, 594 pounds. That guy took the rest of the week off that got that order. Yes, Tomado, Earl's a love of the game guy, 100% respect, 100%. Grift means you basically beg for money, like Steel Toe and certain other people. They basically are like, "Give me money, or I'm gonna cut the stream off right now." I mean, I've done this stream for 50 minutes. I've made $1.99. I'm hardly grifting. But I thank you for the super chat. You ever thought of having a guest on the show for more viewers? No. I'd rather do it alone, to be honest with you. I don't, I think what makes my stream different than others is I don't stream snipe. I don't, beg for money. I don't do any of the Dabbleverse bullshit. That's how I've chosen to do it. I realized that if I started roasting Steel Toe and I went back and forth with Kevin and all that stuff, that I'd probably have a ton of super chats. Yeah, I don't play clips. To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, I don't know how to do that. You gotta pay for the privilege, baby. I am slow and steady wins the race. So I appreciate the support that you guys are giving me, and you guys aren't pathetic, man. I mean, we got 30 people in here. Usually, I got about 10. So I can't. I don't even know how to do it, to be completely honest with you. Um, so well, but I have self respect for myself. Like I like Kevin because he's a grifter, but he's honest about it. So give me money or I'm not reading anything. And like the way he talks to Ray, I would never let anyone talk to me like that. But you make your own decisions. And sometimes the way he talks to Chad, I'm like, I would never in a million years for $1 million let anybody talk to me like that. So yes, please like and subscribe. I think we have some new people in the stream. This is my second stream of the day, I think, third live video. I released a short too. And I'm using you people, to be completely honest with you, to crack the algorithm. So, if a financial tip isn't in the cards for you guys, much love to that. You can see I still read most of the questions. But hit the like and subscribe button, get the notifications, all that shit. And if you're ever in LA and I'm at the Comedy Store, come as my guest. Well, I got to be honest with you. I thought the Dabbleverse would be dead about a year ago, but thank you, Halfhawk. But I think that because it's to me, it's just repetitive. I mean, how many times can you, make fun of Stuttering John or Chad or say Kevin's just a cranky old guy or Steel Toe or, call this girl a whore, make fun of Ray. It's literally 2 years of that shit. Call Shuley, a Shuley. I mean, it's just so, there's no, you're right. It does rely on victims or targets, and I just don't understand it. I do love Michael Ironside. Yes, I mean, George Perez, his comedy special is being filmed this Saturday at the Comedy Store. Hey, let's get to 40 likes, man. I am a comedy soldier. There's no doubt about that, 3 plays. So Michael Ironside's best movie, Top Gun. I mean, that's his shining moment, in my opinion. Along with, I think it's Tom Skerritt's best movie. And it might be Tom Cruise's best movie. I mean, that movie was the perfect movie at the perfect time. The only bummer is I believe Rat could have had the song Body Talk. Body Talk, I hear your body talk when you lay next to me. Yeah, I mean, Total Recall is a great Michael Ironside movie, but I just love him in Top Gun. And he was a character actor in Top Gun. But, if he would have fit into the costume, I would have loved his spin on RoboCop. Was he an Iron Eagle? Am I going nuts? Well, I know, but I think they had a choice to use it in either the Golden Child or Top Gun, and Die Hard 2, even though he wasn't in it that much. He played Colonel Stewart's henchman at the airport. A lot of people don't realize that was Robert Patrick. Yes, I do remember TT Boy, Rocco Siffredi, Peter Forecourt North, Alex Sanders, Harry Rames. Come on, AC/DC, you know who you're talking to. All right, this is it, guys. We'll do another 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. We're going to do an hour stream. Let me get my water. Yeah, I mean, Michael Ironside's been in a ton of things. Can we get to 50 likes? I mean, is that asking too much in 5 minutes? Yeah, I mean, I love Kevin. I think he's incredible. I think he's definitely the funniest person amongst all of us. But he's also, what I find brilliant about Kevin is he trolls the trolls. So it's like he thinks, or the trolls in Kevin's stream think they're getting him by saying Neil is better than you or your career sucks, and he won't read those unless you super chat it. We have done 50 likes before, not many times to be honest with you. I think one of my first streams, I had over 100. I think my most likes ever was like 125 likes. It was one of my early streams, but for some reason we kind of fell off after that. I think people in general were very excited that I was finally monetized and all that good stuff because they knew the struggle. I also like Robert Patrick in The Unit and Sons of Anarchy. I mean, he came in toward the later seasons. It's weird. They had him and the son from Nip Tuck, who did not look like a biker at all. I mean, it was hard to believe Charlie Hunnam as a leader of the Hells Angels, but the son from Nip Tuck, I don't know about that. Well, speaking of Sons of Anarchy, the great Mitch Pileggi was who played Darby in Sons of Anarchy. Was very good on X-Files as well. He was in X-Files the majority of the show. I think he came in season 1 or something. Yeah, I mean Robert Patrick is one of the top character actors of this generation for sure. So. Yeah, Kimber, that first couple seasons of Nip Tuck, Kimber. And this is an LA story. My neighbor, Ian Buchanan, he was in an episode of Nip Tuck where he wanted a new face. So it's funny. I've known Ian for years. He's a big soap opera guy. And I was just watching Nip Tuck one night, and all of a sudden there's my neighbor. And a really, he's very from a very British, like upper crust type of personality. And, Nip Tuck was, they went hard on that show, if you know what I mean. Not yet. They have not. And thank you for your tip. Oh, we're at 46. Come on, we got 2 minutes to hit 50 likes. Kim Coates and Sons of Anarchy, great. He was he was in an episode or two of the Mayans. They brought his character back, Tig. He did my podcast, the one we did with Chad Zumick. Kim Coates came on during the pandemic, and he was awesome. A great guy, like really like, we were like, hey man, we know you gotta go, and he's like, no, I got time. Let's talk. He was also in Viking Bikers from Hell, the episode of Miami Vice with Sonny Landham from Predator, Reb Brown from Big Wednesday, and John Matuzak, one of my favorite football players. Has a kid. Hey, we hit 50 likes tonight, just under the radar. I appreciate that. We don't hit 50 likes very often in this stream, so much love. We will break the YouTube algorithm. I will be the first white straight male in his mid-50s to take out the YouTube algorithm. And maybe I'll be, who's that guy on YouTube who has like 33 million followers? Mr. Big or something? Mr. X? Maybe I can be the new Mr. X. Can you imagine the streams he does with 33 million fans? Yowza. Hey, since my favorite movie is 52 Pickup, can we get 52 likes in the next 26 seconds? Mr. Beast. I mean, that guy is, I don't know his story. I don't know what his deal is, but 33 million subscribers. That's fucking bonkers, man. I mean, I know my friend Jordan the Lion. He does a stream. He has about, I think, around 400,000 subs, and he makes like pretty good money on his streams. Can you imagine what Mr. Beast does? I mean, he probably makes $10,000 a stream. I mean, can you imagine? Wow. He must have a fat house. I'll keep going until we hit 52 likes, and then there we go. Then I gots to go. Bro is about to break the computer of Google through Will. I mean, yeah, gee, I mean, 53 likes. We've met the goal. We've met the goal. I mean, I can't imagine that. I don't even know how he got started, but much love to Mr. X, and much love to all the people who tuned in tonight. We did hit the goal. I mean, 54 likes, that's a lot for me. And like I said, to have 23 people into the stream, I mean, usually, yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what he makes on a stream or just putting out a video. So, you know, that's impressive. I mean, I'm not saying I have to get that many people in this stream to be considered successful, but hell, just 1 million subscribers, I would imagine, would take you to the next level. So 65 likes is not a big ask, but I'm about to end the stream. What up, Ryan? I'm about to end the stream. This is my second hour plus stream, so I've got to shower and stuff, you know. I'm gonna watch Landman. Well, go get some sleepy, Ryan, and then probably go to sleep. You know, try and get an early start of the day. So, thank you for your email, William Zoom, to Powertown Wrestling. I see someone tweeted them today. They're probably going to wake up tomorrow and go, what the fuck? Who is this guy? We've never had people tweet and email us on behalf of someone else. So that is it. This has been a fun stream. Thank you, Krispy Kreme. It's the only way I know how to be. This has been Earl Skakel in the Earlverse. See you.